Bob Marley, a legendary musician, is remembered for his iconic songs and soulful messages. But what if the story we thought we knew about his untimely death was just the tip of the iceberg? In his final moments, retired CIA agent Bill Oxley made a shocking confession, implicating one of the greatest music icons, Bob Marley, the King of Reggae. But is this confession the truth, or the ramblings of a man grappling with his mortality? Let's find out. The man you see on the screen is none other than Bill Oxley, a retired US CIA officer who had a very shocking confession to make. Stricken with a terminal illness, he found himself at Mercy Hospital in Maine, given a mere 2 weeks to live. It was at this critical time that he decided to unveil a dark secret: his involvement in the murder of none other than Bob Marley, the reggae superstar and musical icon. Now, before we dive deeper into this mind-boggling revelation, did you know that Bill Oxley claimed to have committed 17 assassinations for the US government between 1974 and 1985? Yeah, you heard that right. This retired CIA operative had served the agency for a good 29 years, carrying out top-secret missions and operating under the highest level of security clearances. But Oxley's wide range of abilities was what made him unique. Trained as a sniper and marksman, he was also well versed in the art of unconventional methods: poisons, explosives, induced heart attacks, and even cancer. Nothing was off limits for this seasoned operative. Knowing he possessed the means to kill people in the most cunning ways possible is indeed a horrifying realization to me. According to Oxley, his dark deeds unfolded between March 1974 and August 1985. A time when he claimed the CIA operated with freedom, answering to no one but themselves. They developed an operating cell with a group of 3 individuals devoted to carrying out political killings across the country, and sometimes even abroad. Their targets? Mostly political activists, journalists, and union leaders. However, Oxley shockingly confessed to assassinating scientists, medical researchers, artists, and musicians whose ideas and influence threatened the interests of the United States. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Bob Marley. Even though Marley was a beloved figure and a symbol of peace, Oxley claimed that the CIA had grown quite concerned about him. Why? Because his music and message were inciting a revolution more powerful than any bullets or bombs. Marley's global success, immense influence, and commitment to supporting causes conflicted with the CIA's agenda and made him a prime target. But here's where it gets truly haunting. Oxley admitted that the CIA had already made attempts on Marley's life. In fact, a shooting incident occurred at Marley's house in Kingston, leaving him wounded in the chest and arm. It was intended as a warning, a message to steer him from his path. However, Marley remained unfazed. Oxley claims that 2 days after the original gunshot, he took advantage of an opportunity to approach Marley when he was retreating in the safe embrace of the Blue Mountains. Posing as a renowned photographer for the New York Times, he gained access to the musician. Oxley presented Marley with a seemingly harmless gift: a pair of Converse All-Stars, size 10. Little did Marley know that hidden within the shoe was a nail tainted with cancer viruses and bacteria. When Marley tried on the right shoe, he let out a scream. The deed was done. The cancerous nail had pierced his skin, sealing his fate. If you liked the video so far, do hit the like button and subscribe. Did you know that this method of assassination was a calculated shift from the violent attacks that plagued counterculture figures in the late 60s and early 70s? Oxley and his associates believed that subtlety was the order of the day. No more bullets and splattered brains. They sought quieter and more insidious ways to eliminate their targets. As Marley's health deteriorated, Oxley stayed in close contact, ensuring that the medical advice Marley received only hastened his demise rather than providing a cure. In May 1981, at the tender age of 36, Bob Marley succumbed to cancer. What you're seeing right now is one of the final photos of Bob Marley, taken days before his death. Oxley described the musician's final days as painfully tragic: dreadlocks removed, weight loss, and a profound withdrawal from the world. Witnessing Marley's decline and eventual passing was an agonizing experience for Oxley, leaving him with a lingering sense of guilt. But even still, Oxley justified his actions by professing a belief in the greater good, defending the CIA's motive and the sacrifices made for the benefit of the United States. But one cannot help but question the price that was paid: a loss that silenced an iconic voice of peace, a beautiful soul whose life was tragically cut short. So, do you believe that Bob Marley's death resulted from natural causes? Or do you think there's a possibility that the CIA intentionally killed him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe.